Well, I just got back from watching Belle for the first time, and I'm probably gonna go back some more. And felt like just sitting down, writing out this entire script, really getting into the movie because I'm still on this kind of jittery high after watching that movie. It was fantastic. I'm just gonna say that right off the back. It was fantastic, and I'm kind of still in shock after watching that one. It was so good, but it was so good in so many ways it's hard to describe. I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend it. It really looks at the future because it's a near future science fiction kind of idea of a movie, and it's by the same group that made Summer Wars and Wolf Children. And unlike Summer Wars, where Summer Wars it was great, you had this giant online community and a lot of the world systems relied on that online server, and you had like an invasive, dangerous virus come in, and it's up to this family to save the day. Belle, though, it's not a physical danger that we look at when it comes to Belle. It reaches so much deeper into the human psyche, and it really looks at how we represent ourselves when it comes to like virtual realities, when it comes to social media. And I think it's a beautiful representation of what we become when we go onto social media and we actually start to reveal who we are truly on the inside without a lot of the labels that we have in our like current physical forms. Like I was saying, I found myself on this huge emotional high during this movie, and it just seemed to flow. It was so visually stunning. It was a complete treat for the ears. And originally, just from the credits, from the trailers I'd seen, it's just going to be a very fun movie with a lot of great music. It's going to be kind of an anime retelling of Beauty and the Beast, which you can definitely see those elements in there, but it elevates that classic fairy tale so much more. Almost any story I've seen. It focuses a lot on the emotional aspects of our lives, about who we are really on the inside and what keeps us from being truly ourselves. It ends up creating this really stunning picture of this program called You that like you enter in, you've got this avatar that's created by AI for you. It ends up using your emotional personality. It's able to read that and able to create a character that matches just for you. So you've got the main character, Suzu, who ends up going in there, becomes the character Belle, that you've probably seen on the picture at the start of this, that she's just this beautiful pink-haired woman that's just singing her heart out. It just kind of shows what Suzu wants to be. It creates this persona that she wants herself to become, but she's too afraid in the real life to express that because she's become known as this sad and gloomy person. That's mainly because of the trauma that she's experienced as a kid, seeing her mom die. And there's going to be a whole ton of spoilers from this point on. If you haven't seen this movie, please stop watching, go watch the movie. It's so worth it. It was such a ride to see Suzu's progression as she went from like kind of that gloomy, moody teenage girl to very strong, very independent. It's the kind of strong, independent female character that if I was able to write that, I would be so happy with myself. It's so beautifully done. She has her weaknesses, she has her strengths, but you get to see her progress along that line, and I think that's one of the best lines in this entire movie as you're watching her progress from where she is at the start to how freaking strong she becomes by the end. And she enters this world, starts singing, starts being able to express herself. Suddenly, everything's starting to go well for her. She's suddenly a whole lot more happier. She's able to express herself more and more in the real world. And eventually, she comes to the point where she's able to confront all of her fears. And because she confronts all of her fears, she ends up truly seeing why her mom did what she did. Because what the mom did was when she was 6, they were out at the river, it started raining, the river started to flood, and there's this little girl stuck on this little island in the middle of the river, and her mom runs out there and saves the kid, but she herself doesn't survive. And Suzu can't understand why her mom would abandon her for this other girl, to save this other girl. But by the end she does, because she finds the Beast character in this sense, who's constantly vilified throughout this entire story. And Belle's able to recognize the look in his eyes, able to recognize that the Beast is in incredible pain. And in the world of You, it's visually represented, and it grows when the character's being verbally abused by his father. You see that actually happening as it damages the character in the virtual world. And Belle ends up needing to find herself drawn more and more to this character, wanting to help him. And the character keeps trying to push her away. He's like, I've been through so much pain because of so many people. I don't need somebody coming in and pitying me. I don't need your help. And she realizes, especially as it gets closer to the climax, that I need to do something to let this kid know that he can trust me, that I'm more than just somebody that he thinks is pitying him. I really want to help this kid. And so she ends up basically sacrificing herself in a way. She ends up having to confront all of her fears, that being known for like who she actually is and revealing her real self in the virtual world isn't a bad thing. And she's able to make that transformation, and she's still able to sing. And that's one of the big focuses, is she can't sing in the real world, but she can in the virtual world. But when her real body gets revealed in the virtual world, she's able to continue singing and actually truly sing her heart out. And it's a beautiful moment as everybody's hearts start to light up, as everybody starts to like really feel those emotions that's being represented. And she grows so much in that moment, especially as he finally clicks. And it's a subtle click. You just get to see a quick flashback of what happened to the mom at the river, and you realize, oh, she's figured out why her mom did it. Like, she found out for herself the reason why her mom did it, and she ends up this strong, kind character because of it. Oh, and it was so beautiful to see. And then she runs pretty much clear across country to get to where the kid is to save him from his abusive father, and she fully stands up to the guy, doesn't flinch like a single second. And it's one of the most intense moments of the movie. This entire movie was intense emotions, intense music, just everything was very intense, and it was beautifully wrought. I loved going to see that movie. I'm definitely gonna go again. Still, one of my favorite points in the movie was you have these side characters. You've got Ruka, and then you've got Kamishin, and you find out that they're interested in each other. And when they confess to each other in the middle of this train station, it's just the cutest thing ever. And I got cuteness aggression so hard during that scene. Oh, it hit me so hard. I'm glad nobody else was like right there next to me, because I was punching stuff. It was so good. Oh, I'm still on that emotional high. I highly recommend this movie. Please take the time to go and see it. Go experience it for yourself. And this has been Camille's Harem. You can always contact us on our subreddit or just in the comments here below. And have a wonderful day.